Hey guys, welcome back to another pick a card reading. Today's video, as you can see from the title, is what kind of legal trouble or lawsuits are in your future, okay? Also, just a note for this video, I want to say that, with my readings in general, I'm not saying that certain events are definitely gonna happen to you. All I'm doing is reading the energies in the cards and saying what is likely to happen or what possibilities exist for certain outcomes to play out. I hope that makes sense, okay? But yeah, also just on a lighter note, I thought that this topic was timely because there is a famous lawsuit happening right now. So yeah, if you guys are curious to find out, then definitely keep on watching. We have 4 piles here as usual. Pile 1, 2, 3, and 4. Feel free to pause this video for a moment if you need some time to meditate on which of these piles you feel the most drawn to. And then once you've chosen, you can fast forward to the timestamp in the description box below. That's all I have for you guys. Thanks for watching. And without further ado, we will start with pile 1. Hey pile 1, welcome to your reading. For all of you who chose the tiger's eye, this is your reading. Let's see what kind of legal trouble or lawsuits are possibly in your future. Alright. Okay, we have the Tower, Page of Wands, the High Priestess, and the Two of Swords. Okay, so this to me looks like a two-party situation. The word that actually came to mind when I looked at this card was settlement. I don't know if that means you're gonna like settle with someone over money or have to reach some kind of agreement. Also, the fact that we have the High Priestess as well, and we have 2 twos, so I think that's a strong indicator that this involves another person. 2 is the number of partnership. I also have a feeling like this legal trouble that you might end up being in, you will have to deal with on your own. The High Priestess doesn't rely on anyone else. She is incredibly intuitive. Also, it could mean that like following this lawsuit, you have trouble trusting people for a while, or, just afterwards for a period of time. Because again, I have a feeling with the High Priestess that you are going to be relying on your intuition, your gut, to work through this period of your life. Or even afterwards, like you are going to have to rely on yourself. Also, with the Page of Wands, I get that this legal trouble could be in a specific field or area that you yourself are kind of new to or don't have that much expertise or experience in. So for instance, if it's something that involves real estate, you might not have that much experience in that field, and you are going to have to do like research. This seems like the type of situation where, yeah, like you're going to have to rely on yourself, and you might not really trust others to handle the situation delicately enough. The thing is, we start off this reading with the Tower, and I should note this card is dramatic, okay? So this, even if you don't actually end up in any legal drama or conflict in the future, which you might not, it is something that's avoidable. The Tower is a card that comes out when we've been avoiding something for far too long and we can't escape it no longer, okay? I like to think of this card sort of in the context of like an addiction, for instance. You can choose to deal with it, you know, incrementally over time and not let it build up and get to a certain point. Or you can wait and put it off and let it, you know, eat away at you until like you're almost dead, and then you have like you're forced to deal with it, okay? I like to think of the Tower in that extreme way because this is an extreme card. So this situation that you could be involved in represents an issue that you might like put off, okay? It could involve something that you want to avoid. For some of you guys, this could be taxes. Honestly, this could be something that, you know, you just hate having to deal with, and eventually it builds up into something that becomes a major problem that you have to deal with, okay? Yeah. But also, again, like one of the major words that I was hearing was settlement in like a two-party situation. So this, again, could involve another person who doesn't really care about your interests, who's also kind of just looking out for themselves, or just, yeah, doesn't really care about you. Let's get you guys some more cards though, because this seems like the kind of situation that might be avoidable for you guys, actually. Okay, we have the answers you need are coming, and a fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries. This person might be in Aries. Honestly, you might be in Aries. There is that energy, and especially with the Tower, because the Tower sort of has that abrupt Mars feel to it, so that makes sense. And again, just with the Tower, traditionally symbolizing that kind of climactic moment. So, yeah. And full moon in Gemini, answers you need are coming. So you don't have all the answers right now. You are sort of in the dark. And again, this might not actually happen, okay? This is a hypothetical. These readings aren't telling you definitively that you are going to be in a lawsuit. I mean, you might, but for this pile in particular, I'm seeing that it is avoidable, okay? The Tower, it's like you can choose how to deal with it, how to best go about bringing change into your life. Because ultimately, the Tower does just deal with dramatic shifts and changes, tearing something down and rebuilding it from the ground up. It's up to you to decide how to manage it time-wise. If you want to deal with it like incrementally or put it off, as I was saying. I'm gonna get you guys some more cards. Let's try to find out what this lawsuit actually, or like legal trouble, involves. What is the root of it? What is it about? Pile 1. Wheel of Fortune. I Ching, a change. Yeah. The Tower. This is about change, guys, okay? As I said, I have a feeling like this is over something that you've been putting off doing, like paying bills or like showing up for meetings, arrangements, something that, I don't know, this could be you trying to get out of jury duty or something kind of like that, because I have a feeling like it's avoidable, number one, but also number two, it's gonna force you to make this dramatic change when you could have like, you have the power to decide when you want to make this change and how you want to do it. But for some of you guys, this is going to end up playing out in court, right? The Wheel of Fortune, fate, It's actually funny that we got both these cards because change and fate, they sort of go together, actually. The Wheel of Fortune also deals with timing as well. I kind of look at the wheel as a clock. When it's the right time, you will know it and you will know what to do at that time. Also, the Tower, this can be something that comes into your life very unexpectedly as well. Same thing with the Wheel of Fortune. Like, I just heard car crash or something that, you know, is instantaneous. It's like that lightning, that strike of lightning. So this could also involve something that is beyond your control, you know, but it kind of exacerbates things in your life that you already didn't want to deal with. Okay. Yeah, like if you don't have car insurance and then you get in a car crash, it's kind of like that. All right, that's like the best example I can think of for how to explain this energy. I mean, so it might not be completely avoidable, but there are certain conditions that you have the power to sort of ease these difficulties for. Okay, let's get a few more cards. Concealed power, to give birth to the wonder of revelation. Okay, so you might gain a new sense of power over this period or throughout this trouble, this legal trouble. Self-creation, be the author of your own life. Yeah, this is exactly kind of the message. One of the main takeaways with this pile is that it is within your power to write how you want this to go, to write your life, to be that author, and to create your reality. You guys do have the power to, you know, not necessarily like you can't control completely what happens to you, but you can control how you respond to it and how prepared you are to handle certain situations. Okay, and that's the thing for this pile, because if you don't set these preparations, or, you know, if you aren't already implementing change into your life, then this Tower moment is gonna have a more negative, or not even negative, but it's gonna feel that much more difficult, you know, for you, just because it will force you head on to deal with it that Aries kind of direct way. Okay. And also I heard that this will be a while in your future. Okay, this wouldn't be something that is in your immediate future. This is something that would be far down the road, that would have that energy of momentum and inertia eventually like catching up to you. Okay, so yeah, this isn't something that is immediate, this sort of legal dilemma or conflict, right? But there is a strong possibility for it later down the road, especially if you are resisting change or putting in that consistent work towards self-empowerment. Okay. So yeah, I will leave this reading here for now. I hope you liked it. I hope it wasn't like depressing or anything. With all my readings, I'm just trying to help you guys out. So yeah, if you were here for it, if you liked it, feel free to give this video a thumbs up, comment, or subscribe. I would really appreciate that. And yeah, I hope you guys are having a super amazing day. Stay awesome, take care, and I will see you guys later. Hey Pile 2, welcome to your reading. For all of you who chose the Citrine, let's see what kind of legal conflict or lawsuits might be in your future. right. We have the Lovers. Okay. The Nine of Wands. The Six of Swords. The Five of Swords. And the Ace of Pentacles. All right. This is juicy. This is an interesting pile. We have quite a bit happening. Starting off with the Lovers. This involves some kind of business or like contract, okay? This could even be a romantic contract or business, but this definitely involves another person who you have entered into some kind of agreement or contract with. And yeah, maybe you guys end up going like separate ways or have different visions or certain directions that you want to take this company or this joint venture in, and that ends up sort of like resulting in you guys just not being happy with the other person or wanting to get out of the contract, okay? For some of you guys, this could end up being a divorce. Just the fact that we have the Lovers card here means that you start off on pretty good terms with whoever this is, whether it is romantic or not. It is with someone who is important to you in your life, and this seems like a big deal, whatever this is. If it, you know, it's a business or if it's some kind of company, or I think for a lot of you guys this is probably business, okay? I mean, for a few of you guys this could end up being marriage. Either way, the Lovers is about contracts with other people and relationships. And the Five of Swords, like we go from the Six to the Five of Swords. And this transition sort of represents, you know, going to a lower, shifting to a lower point. I just heard that, like, either you or the other party is gonna want to give up on this venture and like move out or just go elsewhere and leave you holding the bag. That's what I heard. And it could also be the other way around, like you just want to quit and give up and this other person wants to keep going with whatever this is. But yeah, ultimately you guys just want different things for this agreement or, you know, thing that you're both working on. And then I kind of do like seeing the Ace of Pentacles closing out this reading, because I see this as there being a lot of money involved. The Ace of Pentacles, I always think of money and career, business opportunities, right? So I don't know, like whatever this is, if this is a sort of like, you know, lawsuit or legal battle that you're in, it does look like there's a lot of money involved, especially, you know, you might end up getting a lot of money out of this as well, which could be promising. Also, I'm not trying to like paint this in a positive light, because I know the topic itself of lawsuits and legal battles is sort of like complicated and can be heartbreaking. But, you know, with these cards, okay, like if you chose this pile, this is the Citrine pile, so there is some sunshine to be had here on at the end of the tunnel of this potential legal conflict that you might get involved in, right? In the Ace of Pentacles, this is an optimistic card. It's saying that, you know, there's still light here. There still might be like some money or some opportunity that you get at the end of the road. Let's pull you guys some more cards. Okay, pile 2. What kind of legal conflict or lawsuit is in their future? Will pile 2 end up being in any legal drama or conflict? If so, what kind? Okay, we have new moon in Taurus. Prosperity lies ahead. Yeah, like money, Taurus. Money. Conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse and surrender to the divine, full moon. Wow, this is actually like deep. This could be conflict, as I said, that involves someone who is really important to you, you know? And it's not easy. Whatever it is, I mean, always, like, this is a topic that is complicated and can break people's hearts, right? So what I'm trying to say is, with these full moon cards, the full moon represents completion. It also represents endings too. I should mention that. So either with this person, your relationship, or your business venture, whatever kind of a contract is happening between you two will, you know, be coming to an end with this legal dilemma. And it could be a good thing, it could be a bad thing, you know, depending on who this is, how you feel about them, or, you know, what you've built together as well. But ultimately, you guys just will have different interests, and I think one person will be more committed to it than the others, and that could cause things to unravel. Okay, but this new moon in Taurus, as I said, like, there might be some money involved for you guys, or you could end up getting a lot of money out of it if this person like sues you or tries to buy you out. I don't know, you guys might get some money, so at least there's that. Okay, let's keep going. What is this legal drama about? What is the drama? Okay, Ouija board, caution. I almost felt like that's a warning. Like, maybe I shouldn't be asking about that. Like, maybe this is something very secretive just between the two of you that only you guys are aware of or invested in. Oh, Wheel of Fortune, Fate. Actually, this card came out for the last pile. So, yeah, also what I said to them was that the Wheel of Fortune is about timing. And so when the time is right, you will know what to do in this case or with this conflict. And also when the time is right, luck will be on your side, and what's meant to happen will happen. So have faith in the universe, because, you know, at least with what I'm seeing in these cards, even if this is something that's very messy or heartbreaking, there are still positive things that will come out of it. Like beyond money, you know? I mean, obviously there does seem to be some money happening for you guys, but also the Wheel of Fortune, there will be some changes to your life that are meant to happen for you, for your self-development, and for the greater good. What's meant to happen will happen. So also, if it puts your mind at rest, you know, this might not happen. As I have to keep reminding my piles in this video, what I say is not definite. There's always free choice, and, you know, things could go a completely different way depending on the choices you make, the changes that you implement. And the Wheel of Fortune really talks about that, because this is a card that is beyond our control. This is a universal force. This is the universal clock ticking, and, you know, bringing in change when it's meant to be. And that's what fate is about too. Okay, let's pull you guys a few more cards. I feel like so far I've kind of got the gist of this pile, but let's see anyways. Pile 2, What kind of legal drama or conflict is in their future? Pile 2. Oh, deal with the unexpected. Okay, this could be unexpected. Maybe one day you wake up and you get a call from whoever this is, or you find out your lawyer gives you a call and says, hey, someone's suing you, or there's this conflict that comes out of nowhere. And yeah, whatever it is sort of unforeseeable to you guys, or you just wouldn't have thought that you would be involved in this, which is understandable. But yeah, that's what this card is getting at. But it also says, as part of its message, trust the unforeseen as a divine offering. So this could also just be a blessing in disguise for you guys, you know, in terms of leading you guys in the direction that you actually are meant to go in. And then we have concealed power, give birth to the wonder of revelation. Beautiful. Again, self-empowerment. In either way, you guys are going to turn out great. You are going to be on top. I don't want to say like you're going to win or you're going to lose a court case or a lawsuit, right? But I will say that there is some kind of concealed opportunity and blessing that comes with this conflict or lawsuit, or however it takes shape in your life. It presents an opportunity for self-growth and for you to regain your power, which is very beautiful. And also money. Like, I just keep going back to that because I think that is a strong message, especially with the new moon in Taurus. But yeah, very beautiful. I will leave this pile here for now. I hope you guys liked this reading. I hope it wasn't like too heavy or dismal, you know. Let me know in the comments section what you thought. If you did like it, feel free to give this video a thumbs up, comment, or subscribe. I would really appreciate that. And yeah, I hope you guys are having a super amazing day. Stay awesome, and I will see you guys later. Hey, pile 3, welcome to your reading. Let's just dive right in and see what kind of legal conflict or lawsuits might be in your future. All right, we have the 9 of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, the 4 of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords. Ooh, the word I just heard was justice, actually. Maybe this is kind of like a criminal kind of legal drama, or I don't know, maybe you guys, if you do get involved in some sort of legal conflict, it could be over a like criminal court case or something involving someone else, or not even that, but like someone getting their due or justice being served. Yeah, okay, this is juicy. Okay, starting off with the 9 of Pentacles. This is a very promising card. It's about abundance, prosperity, bliss. And then we sort of go to the Page of Swords. Okay, here's what I heard. This conflict is going to start off as something small, like a small issue, or maybe even a petty dispute, and will come to encompass something much bigger, like a bigger social issue or question, you know, bringing something into question. You know how like the the cases that end up going to the Supreme Court usually start off as something really small that involves one person. Also, not saying that you guys are going to end up like going to the Supreme Court, but I'm saying that the energy of whatever legal drama you might end up getting involved in starts off as something really small or tiny and ends up having a larger importance or significance either in your life or in the lives of other people as well. Also, another thing is that I feel like who you're up against or the second party in this court conflict is faceless or it's not like one person, but it could be like a group of people, a company, something that like a system, you know. That's like the root of this pile. It's like over a systemic issue. You could be like trying to claim rights of ownership. Someone, you know, like a company could steal your rights to something. Like, you know how, for instance, photography or things that you put out there online then become public property. Something kind of involving that or along those lines. And then like you might sue or yeah, something over ownership rights could be a prominent possibility. The Four of Pentacles, because you can see how this crow, he's like holding on tight to what he has, claiming ownership, asserting one's boundaries and belongings. Also, like, challenging others over what is theirs. That's, like, what I think this card is getting at. But this is pretty interesting. Also, sort of looking at the color scheme of these cards, I should let you know that if this is something that is in your future, it might be, like, a low point in your life or just a really bleak time for you because we have the sunshine, right? And then we sort of go from that to these more grayer, darker colors. And by the time we get to the Four of Pentacles, it's basically like a loss of pentacles, okay? Some of you guys seriously might end up losing money over this. Time, energy, right? But there is a bigger picture here to this conflict. As I said, I feel like it is you up against a system or a company or some kind of faceless issue, you know, a social issue even. And either way, like, justice will be served. Even if you don't end up winning this legal conflict or battle, right? You might end up gaining respect of other people for the decisions you made and standing strong in your rationality. Because the Queen of Swords, she does what she believes to be right regardless of the consequences. She's noble in that way, you know. It's like a nobility of character in doing, even like acting selfishly at times, you know. So ultimately, you might end up gaining some kind of recognition or praise for the way that you act. Even courage, you know. It takes some guts to stand up to people of authority, especially if this is like you battling a faceless enemy like a corporation or a large social issue. Yeah, from what I gather so far with this pile, it seems to be bigger than you. It seems to be something that could affect the lives of other people, you know, even your family. Like, they might be brought into this too, or it could just have a larger ripple effect in your community or just in your life. You know, this seems to be something that with the Queen of Swords will kind of dictate what other choices you make or influences that you have in your life. Let's get you guys some more cards. Will pile 3 be involved in legal conflict? Okay, so we have new moon in Libra, a new romantic cycle begins. Okay. A time for healing, balsamic moon. Ooh, yeah. I just got a sense of calm and peace when I looked at that card. The new moon in Libra, this is interesting. Maybe you guys will start dating someone new, or, you know, you can meet someone in this process, as bleak as that sounds. But also Libra, these are the scales of justice. And the Queen of Swords, she is connected to the air element. This is very like Libran in its theme of justice, social issues, less focus on the individual and rather the group. Also, you guys might end up having to speak or be the mouthpiece of, you know, other people. You actually might end up like standing up to other people and in defense of people who are like a group of people who are vulnerable or don't have the means to defend themselves. So that's very powerful. And also healing too. I feel like this involves for you and other people a healing process. Okay. Let's pull you guys some more cards. What is this conflict about? More specifically, what does it involve? Fortune cookie, fortuitous. Money, perhaps? I also keep like seeing these question marks too. So there could be a certain element to this that is imaginary or not quite, you know, like if it is over money, it's about money that could be won or that's not really quite like materialized yet, if that makes sense. Like if you are suing over ownership rights, it could be that you lost out on potential money, you know, or you lost out on a potential opportunity to make money or, you know, benefit in some way like that. Yeah. Let's see what else we get. What is this legal conflict over? Pile 3. What is their legal conflict involved? Oh, and we also have flowers, fickle. I feel like this really involves you guys asserting yourself, standing up for yourself or standing up for others. That's at the root of this legal drama, okay? It's a test. It's testing your courage, what you believe in, putting you in a direct position where you sort of have to defend yourself, you know, over things that you might lose. So like fortune, abundance, that's the thing. I think that's why we start off with the 9 of Pentacles, because this is what's at stake here. This is the type of prosperity and abundance that's at stake for you guys. And this also could be like you guys, you know, being sued over something that could discredit you, ruin your business or your name potentially. The flowers card, fickle, represents the meaning of flowers in that they can symbolize abundance, right? But also, you know, they can wilt, and this is something that at the end of the day, like everything else, has its moment and then passes. So there is sort of a double meaning with this card. Yeah, let's pull you guys a few more cards. Pile 3. What is this legal conflict? Will they be involved in a lawsuit? Okay, deal with the unexpected. this card came out for the last pile. It's kind of funny with these readings. There are certain cards that will keep coming out, and I think it's because just the theme is pretty specific. Lawsuits, legal conflict can involve similar processes or steps being taken. And I think that's why we have some very similar energies happening for these piles. With this card, this is something that will present itself unexpectedly. It might just happen one day, start off as something seemingly small or, out of the blue, and grow to encompass something bigger in your life or in the lives of other people, depending on the scope of this, if it does affect others, not just yourself, right? But also the message with this card, it says, treat the unforeseen as a divine offering, which is beautiful to see because that means you're going to grow a lot from this. And it means that whatever this is, it could present an unexpected blessing or opportunity in disguise, right? I know I said earlier, like, this could end up putting you in the opportunity where you meet someone else, or the timing of this could line up to where there are other synchronicities that will come into your life, especially romantically. That is a message for some of you guys, that you will end up meeting someone or being brought together through whatever legal lawsuit conflict is in your future. Let's pull you guys one more card. So basically what I'm saying is that there's always something positive on the horizon. Even if you end up losing money, even if this is something that is very bleak or depressing for you to deal with, yes, keep an open mind. Keep an open mind because there is something else in store for you that you might not yet have conceived of. Whether it is like a potential romantic connection that springs up, or, as I said earlier, it could be some kind of recognition or respect that you are awarded by. You might end up getting some kind of award for, as I said, your decisions or courage that it takes to stand up for yourself or for others in this process, because I feel like it will present the opportunity for you guys to prove yourselves, to prove leadership qualities and integrity, which is very cool. So I will leave this reading here for now. I hope it made sense. There was sort of a lot that I talked about, so I hope that wasn't confusing. These readings are meant to be helpful. If you did like it, feel free to give this video a thumbs up, comment, or subscribe. I would really appreciate that. And yeah, I hope you guys are having a super amazing day. Take care, and I will see you guys later. Hey Pile 4, welcome to your reading for all of you who chose the Garnet. Ooh, okay, let's see what kind of legal conflict or lawsuits might be in your future. Okay, we start off with the Seven of Swords. Interesting. Then the Emperor, the Three of Swords, and the King of Swords. We have a lot of swords. So swords are about communication, the intellect, the mind. This could end up being a case over miscommunication or information in general being skewed or manipulated, specifically against you. I think this does involve some other person, the Emperor. I think this is someone powerful. Also, okay, another something that I just heard was secrets revealed. So maybe this could be someone trying to expose you, or even vice versa, you trying to expose someone who's very powerful and, you know, potentially who this information could harm. You know, it could harm their reputation if it gets out or something like that. Also, okay, let's take a moment and talk about the Seven of Swords. Starting out this reading, this card is traditionally seen as representing treachery, betrayal, someone who like goes behind your back to steal these swords and fly away, right? This could be over something where someone is trying to take from you or steal from you, like money, assets, devalue something of yours, or claim credit for something that you did. Sort of those kind of themes. Someone, yeah, because this is over something shady with someone who is shady. Also, this just looks like a very messy situation. Like when you look at these cards here, the Three of Swords is clearly a card of heartbreak. It's one of the most painful cards in the deck. So it's clear that this is something that could be very damaging to you. This could be with someone who you thought you loved or liked. Because the Three of Swords, again, like heartbreak. But also it could just cut very deeply, you know, depending on how close this person is to you, how well they know you, and how deep this betrayal or treachery goes, you know? Especially if this is the kind of situation where this person is trying to discredit you or your reputation or have you exposed. This could be like a libel suit, something like that. Yeah, okay, I feel like this is the kind of conflict over reputation, status, and like name recognition or branding perhaps. Either way, I think this person is taking credit for something of yours or something that you did. They are in essence stealing from you and taking off with that. Like you can see this other party is taking off and not wanting to deal with this mess that they've left behind. Leave this other person to that. This could also be like them trying to spread lies about you, potentially false allegations or accusations. That's also possible. There's a lot of different ways that this kind of situation could play out, obviously. But yeah, what I've stated so far is kind of like the main things that I'm picking up on energetically. Let's pull you guys some more cards. Pile 4, what is this legal drama? Okay, so we have prosperity lies ahead. Hold your vision, fixed moon. Yeah, this is kind of like a battle of strength and willpower. This might actually be a kind of legal suit that lasts for a while. Really messy, drawn out, something like that. I just feel like you guys really don't want this in your life. Like, don't let this person, whoever this is, I feel like it is a person, though, just because the Emperor, this is like a face card. This is someone who is powerful, who might be your rival, or who stands to gain from your loss, right? I like seeing the new moon in Taurus. This actually came out for one of the other piles where I was getting the message. Oh wait, actually at the bottom of the deck we have full moon in Taurus. Your dreams need a practical plan. Okay, so there's some Taurus energy. Taurus is naturally associated with money. So as I said, this could involve some kind of lawsuit where this person has been trying to take credit for something that you did, something that you have. They're trying to take from you. And I don't know if it's going to work, honestly. But also, I feel like no parties are going to win from this. The Three of I don't know. The Three of Swords, to me, is usually a lose-lose card. Because all of these swords, all parties are going to feel some kind of hurt or loss from this. Whether emotional, financial, it's just painful for everyone involved. Let's see if we can get some more cards. What can pile 4 do to avoid this? Pile 4, what can they do to avoid this? Okay, we have nature, tarot, guidance, and numerology, precision. Okay, so this could be something, you know, if it does involve some kind of finances, or if there is like a lot of money involved. This numerology card, precision, as I said with one of the other piles, it's just certain events can be avoided if you are prepared, or if you've already, you know, it's kind of like if you get into a car accident and you don't have car insurance. That sucks. You know, there are certain steps you can take to make things less difficult for yourself. You might not be able to prevent like whatever situation this is that comes into your life, you know, if it's like a crisis, or, you know, you can't control what other people do, but you can control how you react and how prepared you are building up to that moment. So numerology, this is about precision, taking concrete steps, incremental steps also as well, towards your goals and your vision. Because the card at the bottom of this deck was, your dreams need a practical plan. So I think that is a message for most of you guys, that a way that you can avoid this is by being realistic, by being practical. I also heard not putting all of your eggs in one basket. That might be a message for some of you guys. So yeah, just thinking about how different things could go wrong before they actually do could save your life with this pile 4. Tarot guidance, yes, guidance. Get advice, you know, especially if, you know, before signing any documents, contracts with people, especially people who are powerful, like this Emperor card. And then nature, this is very beautiful. I love this card whenever it comes out. Ogham is about authenticity, realness. Also, I think of like seclusion, escaping into nature and getting back in touch with your roots of who you are, and also what feels right to you. This fixed moon, hold your vision, that is also advice for you guys, because if you do get involved in this conflict, like later down the road, I do foresee it being something that could be long and drawn out. So holding your vision, staying stubborn, staying rooted in who you are, what your dreams are, again, having like a practical plan for them. And of course, just this Taurus energy that we do have. Taurus is stubborn. It's about you guys knowing what you want and not willing to settle, of course. But also, again, I do feel like there are certain things about this that you might not be able to avoid. You might not be able to avoid getting your heart broken if this cuts deeply. And also depending on how far this other person or party is willing to go, right? But, you know, there are some rewards for you. There is some prosperity here for you guys in the end. Okay, let's pull you guys a few more cards. What is this about? What is this conflict? This legal conflict? Okay, the card that fell on the ground is self-creation. So this is over something that you've created. Something, I know one of the main messages I thought this was, that I stated earlier, was that this could be over ownership rights or something that this other person is trying to take credit for. Okay? Yeah, this seems like the type of thing that is over like ownership, libel, maybe something that someone said that could be very hurtful, or have damaging consequences for you or the other person, something like that. Because be the author of your own life. Someone is authoring up a narrative that is different from yours, clearly, right? And that seems to be at the heart of like this conflict, clearly. Let's pull you guys a few more cards. What is this about? What is this lawsuit or legal conflict about for pile 4? Pile 4. What is this about? Ooh. Okay, I'm just gonna let those drop. We will see. Okay, so we have make a change, live in the moment, and life's purpose. Seek your own deeper vision for life. Gorgeous. So the make a change card sort of talks about what I was saying earlier about how you can avoid this, or, steps that you can take to make whatever this is less difficult, which involves making changes to your life, having foresight about your goals, your vision, your plans, right? How you want to implement them, and your life's purpose on a deeper level. So being very in touch with yourself and who you are from the get-go, I feel like is one way just how you can, sort of curtail some of this conflict, okay? Because I feel like there might be some elements to this that you can't avoid altogether, but there are definitely ways that you can make this much easier for yourself and for just, other people involved, maybe. And then live in the moment. It says what you are looking for is with you. I feel like this card is a confirmation. It's a confirmation that you don't have to go out and seek something that you think will make you happy. You already have the tools and the resources to be happy. All you need is just to realize that, and to have this self-awareness of what you're going after, really, and what you want. That can make all the difference here. So yeah, I will leave this pile here for now. These are the main things I'm seeing. I hope it made sense. I hope this reading was helpful. If you liked it, feel free to give this video a thumbs up, comment, or subscribe. I would really appreciate that. And yeah, I hope you guys are having a super amazing day. Take care, stay awesome, and I will see you guys later.